Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Hello everyone, I'm Kiris. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is your astrology cosmic superpower for the week beginning Sunday, October 20th through Saturday, October 26th, 2024. Let's journey together with astrology and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week ahead. The magical October sky brings us on the morning of October 20th and 21st. We have what's called the Orionid meteor showers. Now they zip across the sky and they'll be competing with the waning gibbous moon. And under the right ideal conditions, you might get to see up to 20 meteors per hour. For October 22nd and 23rd, now this is in the morning, the moon is near Jupiter, the red planet Mars, and the twin stars of Gemini, Castor and Pollux. They'll rise before midnight and be visible through the dawn. For the mornings of October 24th and 25th, now the waning crescent will move close to the faint beehive star cluster. The beehive is easy to target. With binoculars, you need binoculars for this one, and it's also near the twin stars of Gemini, Castor, and Pollux. They'll rise around midnight and be visible through the dawn. The 7 original planets, or the OGs as I call them, the 7 original planets that you can see without binoculars or telescope, just like the first original astrologers did, are lined up this week, or we're starting off the week with this lineup. The Sun in cardinal air Libra. The moon is in mutable air Gemini. Mercury is now in fixed water Scorpio. Venus is in mutable fire Sagittarius. We have Mars still in its fall in cardinal water Cancer. Jupiter's retrograde in Gemini ruled by Mercury. And Saturn is still retrograde in the sign of Pisces ruled by Jupiter. Sunday, October 20th, we are starting the week on the Sun's Day with the moon in mutable air Gemini, making an air trine flow to the Sun in cardinal air Libra. Now, the Sun in Libra is getting ready to wrap up its stay in the sign of Libra. We're down to the last couple of degrees of the Sun in Libra until we have the solar ingress into fixed water Scorpio, which is coming up very soon in a couple of days. Now, with the moon in Gemini making this trine flow to the Sun in Libra, this is the communication of where the inner and the outer, the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, the two luminaries are in harmony with the communication and the decision of what it is that you are going to wrap up in your life, what you are going to finalize. This is because of the Sun in Libra being in the last couple of degrees. It's winding down, obviously, in the sign of Libra. Monday, October 21st, the moon's day, we have the moon going home to her castle. She's entering the sign of Cancer. Now, when the moon is in Cancer, this is being connected to knowing how you feel, knowing what you want. The moon is at home. When she is in Cancer, it's very intuitive. It's very sensitive. It's that feeling of knowing what makes you happy. The moon is the nurturing mom. The moon is also the inner child. So this harmony, this being in balance when the moon is at home in Cancer, of knowing how you feel and what you want. This is in preparation for the solar ingress into the sign of Scorpio. Tuesday, October 22nd, we have the moon now at home in the sign of Cancer, to be home, to feel at home. When you are in harmony, connected to your emotional body, this is the moon in Cancer, and we all live in our emotional body. This longing to be home with the moon in Cancer is the need to be happy, to be content. For the last time, The sun on October 22nd, the sun makes a square aspect to Pluto in Capricorn. We won't have the sun in Libra making a hard angle square to Pluto in Capricorn for about the next 248 years. This is the last time before Pluto moves into Aquarius, which we're all talking about. So we start off with the moon wanting to be happy, you wanting to be happy, you wanting to feel good, to feel content. Now, does this mean there aren't things going on in life? Of course, there's always something going on in life. That's just a part of life. But the overall feeling of well-being and a deep sense of being happy with your life. This is the moon in Cancer right before we get the sun square Pluto. And this is right before the sun square Pluto is right before the solar ingress into the sign of Scorpio. The sun square Pluto is an aspect of where you have felt an injustice has been done in your life. Libra is the sign of justice, the scales of justice, bringing the balance back. There is always a process in life, in nature, and in everything where the process of bringing things back into balance is always taking place. The sun square Pluto, Pluto being not only the transformation, but Pluto being the death, the letting go, so that the new life can begin. There's a point in life through different stages where there's no going back. It's over. It has died. For instance, let's say there is a child and they are going into their adolescent years. They are changing from child to young adult. They're going through their adolescence. And once that transformation takes place, the physicalness of the body and how the body changes, there's no going back. The childhood stage is over. Now that's just one example that everyone can relate to. So the sun square Pluto is the transformation, the death, the Pluto death of there's no going back. We went through the transformation. It's the last time we have the sun square Pluto in our lifetime. Again, it won't happen for about 248 years-ish. Next time Pluto is in Capricorn. And this is connected to where in your life you have felt an injustice has been done. And this component, this aspect is the potential to bring the balance Libra back. Now, Libra is the sign of relationship. Libra is ruled by Venus, love, marriage, all kinds of relationships. Libra is also the sign at its best, ruled by Venus, where you are really loving and enjoying your life. Not just on a superficial pleasure level, but you really love your life. There comes a point in life where you just know that your life fits you, like a perfectly designed glove that fits. There does come a time in life where you say to yourself, if you haven't done so yet, my life is right for me. It fits, it suits me. It's not for everybody else. Everybody's journey through the cosmos and destiny is different. But there can and does come a point in life where the balance is brought back. This is the injustice that I'm referring to with the sun wrapping up in the sign of Libra and making this last square to Pluto, which is the death, transformation, rebirth cycle. Pluto in Capricorn is about all of the traditions. The sign of Capricorn is the older person, the traditional way. This is the way it has always been done. This is the way we always celebrate this holiday. This is the school that everyone traditionally goes to. You get the picture. that the Capricorn, the Pluto in Capricorn, which is bringing down the old structures. Capricorn also rules bones, the skeleton, the structure that holds things up. And on so many different levels, personally and in the world, the old structures, as we have been living and witnessing since 2008, have been coming down. They've been dismantled. So in your personal life, how it relates to you is where in your life you have felt an unfairness, Libra, an injustice, because you just followed along with the program. You just went along with the way it's always been done. In particular, in the area of relationships, we're wired for connection. We're wired to be together, to be with people, to connect. And for you in your life and in your personal astrology chart, where you bought the lie, the brainwashing, they told me this is the way it's always been done. So this is the way it's always going to be done. But somehow, with this moon in Cancer and the sun wrapping up in the sign of Libra, making this final square, that's a hard angle to Pluto in Capricorn, you may have felt your life doesn't fit you. The people you love, what it is that you want, the person that you truly love or not, doesn't fit. Just like that glove I just mentioned. When you get to a point in life where you just know and feel my life is right for me, not for everybody else, shouldn't be for everybody else, but your life is fit. It's right for you. This is what this bringing the balance back after feeling like an unfairness or an injustice was done. That's the mind, the thoughts, communication, a mindset where the mind is socialized and conditioned, brainwashed about who you should love, what you should want, how you should feel about everything. Cultures, people, religion, what career you're supposed to want, who you are supposed to marry. Have you ever seen a mismatched couple and you wonder, how did those two end up together? There can be some type of difference where you're seeing that doesn't fit the picture of the way we've classically been hypnotized, brainwashed. And then when you finally realize this isn't right for me, I don't really want what they told me I should want, and I don't really feel the way they trained me to feel about all kinds of things, most importantly, yourself, and what it has done to the quality, how it has affected the sun in Libra, which are the relationships in your life, the connection. And so this last stand of the sun in Libra making a square to Pluto in Capricorn is the final decision to be made that you are going to bring your life back into balance, Libra, the scales of justice, which again is what everything in nature and the cosmos does. It brings everything back into balance, this process of balance. The Capricornian mindset of, but this is the way it's always been done, is no more. Now, Libra and Capricorn, they're both cardinal signs of the zodiac, which is to initiate, to lead, to bring us into a new season, a new chapter of life. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. These are the signs of the zodiac that correspond to the 4 months of the year, the equinoxes and the solstices, when we are entering a new season, a new chapter. So this square component, the square battle over who is the boss, who and what is leading the way, is major this week. It's the last couple degrees of Libra, which is the final decision making. It's the last time we have this aspect for a long, long time. So the question, or what the cosmos or what the cosmic clock is shining a light on, is where have you been unfair to yourself, being disconnected or unbalanced within yourself, because your life certainly doesn't fit. It's not right for you. You're not feeling it. Moon at home in Cancer. It doesn't make you happy. It doesn't give you that sense of contentment. When we feed our moon, that I say all the time, feed your moon. It's like that feeling of having had a great meal and you're just centered and calm and you're feeling good and you're at peace and the world is right. That's when we feed the moon, the inner child, the needs that we have. When we don't, then the moon is also lunacy. It's the crazies. All kinds of irrational fears and phobias, things like that. That steps to the forefront when we don't feed the moon, as I say. Think of it this way. The moon is the nighttime, shines in the nighttime. It's the subconscious. It's the conversations that you're having with yourself at midnight and in the middle of the night. That type of conversation is very different in your own head than what you're thinking at noontime when the sun is above us. The sun, daylight. We're busy, we're distracted, we're running around, we have a gazillion things to get done, all the tasks. Very different, the sun and the moon, the daytime, nighttime conversation. To go back to the beginning of the week, the moon started off in Gemini, making a very harmonious relationship to the sun in Libra. The inner and the outer. Are you in? Yes, we're in. We're harmonious, the two luminaries. Then the moon goes home to Cancer, where is my home? Well, when you're connected to yourself and your emotional body, you're always home. You can be anywhere on the planet doing anything in your home. Why? Because you're connected to your true self, the authentic inner self, which is what I call, and many people call, the inner child. Now we've got this last stand of Sun square Pluto, which is where you could be feeling the anger, the rage, the frustration of, wait a minute, this hasn't been fair. I didn't have a chance to Libra decide for myself what kind of life and love and relationship, Libra ruled by Venus, what kind of relationships are right for you. They fit you. Right after we have this major cosmic aspect of the Sun square Pluto, we then have the solar ingress into the sign of Scorpio, fixed water Scorpio. Now the sun in Libra is in its fall. The solar ingress into the sign of Scorpio is when the sun, the soul's awareness, pulls itself up back again. The solar ingress into Scorpio, which is fixed, it's decided, it's steady, it is not wavering, waffling, it is sure. The sun's ingress into the sign of Scorpio is the emotional decision and fixity of pulling yourself up out of anything and everything, which is that no matter what you've gone through in your life, no matter what you may be going through in your life, you can get back up and pull yourself up and out of anything. You have the power. There is nothing in the cosmos that is forcing you to do anything. The cosmic superpowers, the astrology, simply shines a light on timing of things. Timing of things. It's shining a spotlight of time and saying to you, it is time now to right the wrongs and pull yourself up out of this imbalance, injustice, wasn't fair, that kind of feeling, and pull yourself up. Get back up. This is the sun's ingress into the sign of Scorpio with all of the power of emotion. Fixed water Scorpio. When you're 1,001% behind, emotionally behind what it is you know you must do, there is no force that can stop you. So first we have the wrapping up of Libra, the awareness of, wait a minute, the Sun square Pluto, things have to transform, meaning to become more aligned with the true authentic self, who you really are and how you truly feel. Not only about Libra relationships, but about everything. And then the sun comes back up. It pulls itself up out of its fall in the sign of Libra, and there's no stopping you. You have that power. You were born with it. Thursday, October 24th, we have the fourth quarter moon, where we cross from fourth quarter to new moon at 1 degree Leo. Now, 1 degree Leo is the first degree, duad, decadent of Leo. This is a triple threat because this is 3 times the power of the sun, Leo, bringing us into the fourth quarter to new moon cycle. The fourth quarter time frame, fourth quarter to new moon, is when we are in preparation, we are letting go, we are releasing, we're loosening things up during the dark side, the balsamic loosening up cycle of the moon. And this is the moon in Leo squaring the sun in fixed water Scorpio. This is fixed action with the blending of fire into water. What does hot and cold, fire and water create? It creates steam, heat, like an engine that's moving the train. This is the action that you're finally going to say goodbye to the things that you don't really feel, that you don't really want. Leo the lion is ferocious. It's ferocious love and self-esteem, the value when you know who you are. And whether people agree or don't agree, you'll get to the point where it's like, I don't care what you think. And it isn't with any kind of attitude or chip on your shoulder. It's not that kind of thing. It's just you value yourself, and that's the most important thing that matters, to live a happy, fair, balanced, joyful life. And you simply don't care what others think, if they agree. So this 1 degree Leo at the fourth quarter, after that last sun square Pluto, is the ferocious love that you have in your heart. Leo rules over the heart, for yourself and for everything, where you're just going to live your own life, and you just really, you don't try to control it. You don't care what other people think, but you love yourself with the triple force, the degree, duad, and decadent. That's pure, undiluted sun, solar, Leo power. That's the full force of the heart, that you're going to live your own life and love what you love. And your life fits you. That feeling of when you have the experience of, my life is right for me. It fits me. It suits me. And you really, again, it doesn't matter what other people think or how they judge. You're cool with it. That's cool. Whatever. Think what you want to think. I love my life, and nothing is going to interfere with that. If you're not there yet, you'll get there. This is what this last Sun square Pluto is all about. This beautiful opportunity and blessing from the cosmos to basically just love yourself enough to live your own life and to wish the same for others. What you want for yourself, what I want for myself, we wish for others as well. Go be happy. Go live your life free and happy. This is the fourth quarter moon at 1 degree Leo. Then the moon in Leo makes a fire trine flow to Venus and Sagittarius. Well, that moon trine, Venus, the two feminine planets, with Venus now in Sagittarius, which is taking a chance, going for it, reaching Sagittarius, reaching for the stars, just going for it all chips on the table, win, lose, or draw, I'm all in, meaning you're all in your life and what it is that you want and the things you want to do. And this is the feminine talking. This is the moon and Venus having this harmonious aspect with each other right after the fourth quarter moon at 1 Leo. Friday, Venus's day, we still have the moon in Leo as we are entering the weekend. Now, the moon in Leo is always great for a party, for a gathering. It's so much fun because Leo, the moon in Leo, and the moon being what we need, it brings out that sense of the need for play, the need for expression, to entertain, to go do karaoke or something like that, where you're having fun with friends. And the moon in Leo makes a sextile aspect to Jupiter in Gemini, Jupiter being the planet of let's take a chance. Let's gamble on something and see how it works out. Moon sextile Jupiter, that fire and air blending, that's a really nice enhancement of, for instance, if you are out, if you are having a party, no one wants to leave. Everyone can't stop talking and having fun. No one wants to leave the gathering. Perhaps for you it's a Halloween party, whatever it may be, but this is a lot of fun as we move into the weekend on Friday, Venus's Day. As we close out the week on Saturday, October 26th, the moon then moves into cool, dry, mutable earth, Virgo. The moon in Virgo is one, doing things to take care of your health. The moon in Virgo is also the small little details that mean so much. For instance, the moon in Virgo, let's say you're working on a project or writing a book, whatever it may be. The moon in Virgo is that eye for how to polish off a project, how to finish things, how to tweak and adjust mutable earth, how to do all of these things that you just keep making it better and better. This is a deep happiness and love as well. The love that you have for work that for you is a devotion. You love it. If you feel like you've not found this yet, then this is connected to the Sun square Pluto that we had this week, which is, you may find that you're not in the career or the profession that really speaks to your soul, that you could just do it for hours and hours and hours. It never gets boring. There's always something new to learn. You're always moon in Virgo, perfecting and tweaking and polishing. So this is a really nice aspect as well. The moon in Virgo makes a sextile aspect of opportunity to the sun, now in fixed water Scorpio. The blending of water and earth between the sun and the moon. This is yet again an inner harmony, an opportunity for that inner balance and peace, where you know with the inner and the outer that at the very least you're on the path to bringing balance back into your life, to right the wrongs, you may say. You may express it that way, to right the wrongs of where you've been off course, and now you're knowing you have the power to take the steps to make your life not only fit, moon in Virgo, but to make your life right for you. Virgo is the sign of the zodiac that pays attention to the small things and how little things mean so much, and they do. And I am of the opinion that when it comes to healing and happiness, that if you just start with yourself and make yourself happy first, moon in Virgo sextile the sun in Scorpio, if you just make yourself happy first, then you changed the world, because everything and everyone that you come in contact with will feel that energy. As opposed to, have you ever known anyone that's just an angry person, or they're just a depressed person? And the potential for what kind of an effect and influence that can have on others in their world and the world around them. So if you just start with the moon in Virgo, the small details, how you making yourself and finding the right life for you, living your authentic life. How if you just start there, which is a lot to deal with for a lot of people. If they just start with themselves, that's enough on your plate to handle. So just start there and try not to worry so much, which Virgo loves to do, by the way. It's probably their favorite habit. Try not to worry so much about changing the world before you get to that place, that healthy, happy, balanced place for yourself first. Because if you do that, you did change the world. Thank you, everyone. Have a fabulous week, and I will see you all in the stars.